Alright, check this out. I'm a little excited. I finally got a hold of some box elder, and it doesn't have a ton of red in it. It's mostly like little pink tones here and there. You can see there's some red stripe there. Red. Got another piece. Some red in there. Some red in that piece. And I plan on coming out with quite a few turning videos here soon, so that should make for some pretty cool bowls. They got these huge sheets of plastic. They've got a couple dings and dents, but they've actually got wood grain on them, which might come in handy for a project. And then winter's coming, so found myself a shovel. And can always use another working shovel. Found this. I don't really care about the actual toy, but I'll probably steal these wheels on them because I do kind of like those. I've also been collecting a lot of bike chains for metal sculpture. And bed frame pieces to practice some welding. These I didn't find, I bought them. But they're invaluable for if you're picking. I cut all those bike chains with this. It doesn't even phase it. You can cut off bolts or rod or anything like that with these. They're pretty good tool. I didn't realize that until I bought these about a week ago. But pretty awesome. Got a couple little weights. Might be good hold downs for the shop if I needed to put weight on something. I got a whole bunch of these shelves. And I don't really need shelves, but it's a good piece of sheet metal right there. It's not super thick, but it's thicker than the cheap stuff that I'd normally be working with from the store. So I think those will come in handy too. Maybe I'll try to make some boxes or something out of them. And I found these casters. I assume they were thrown away because they no longer have any tread on them at all. But I think I can just chip away a lot of this tread, and then I'll have some nice big industrial metal casters. If not, then maybe there'll be a sculpture project or something. And onto the wood. I found some of this maple edge banding. It's pretty nice. It's a little warped. The thing about edge banding is if it sits in a position too long, then it'll twist and whatever, but it's so thin you can usually get it to go back to shape when you've got to use it for something. And I've probably got, maybe 30 or 40 feet here. And a little bit more. I found a whole bunch of these shelf sides that I assume somebody cut wrong. But you can see they've already got shelf pins. Stopped recording during that. But I've got 6 panels for shelves, and they're cut. The sides and the back are ready to go. So I'll probably just make shelves out of those because they're already ready to go. You just got to put the back in and the sides. Some 3/4 maple, 1/2 inch oak, and 3/4 unfinished maple plywood panels. Oak, mahogany, hickory, alder, hickory, 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 mahogany, alder, alder, and some longer pieces. Yeah, it's amazing what you find in the trash. So check this out. My grandma came across a toolbox in her shed of some old tools, and a few of the things that were in it are kind of neat. Just a couple of these tools. So check this out. Put this down here. Check out this crazy Big Rasp. It's got a little rust on it. but it's huge. And it's super coarse on this side. It's real raspy. And it's even got a file on the side and a file on the back. It's pretty interesting. There's no markings on it at all, so I'm not sure where it was made. I'm sure it's old, though, if it was in her toolbox. Because that shed hasn't been opened in a while. And then there's this. Some of you may know what this is. Most of you probably don't. I didn't know what this was until I looked it up. But if you can read it, it's a fish gripper. So when you're fishing, you got a slippery fish, you just clamp down on that sucker and you grip it. It's kind of neat. I don't know if I'll have a use for it around the shop, but cool nonetheless. I had never seen anything like that. And there's this guy, which is my personal favorite. So check this out. Bridgeport Manufacturing Corp. Made in USA. But you come up here, Stanley, number H1824, cross point, made in USA. So it's a Stanley Bridgeport screwdriver. Looks like a Phillips 3 or something. It's pretty neat. It's big. It's pretty cool. This is mahogany and alder. And I think there's probably an oak board in there too. This is all mahogany. They're about, I don't know, 10 feet, 12 feet, something like that. Some of these are thin, but some are, that's a pretty thick piece. 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. Not too bad of a find. So check these out. Ontario Knife Co. They look like maybe almost like an oyster and clam knife, something like that. I'm not super sure what these are. You can see this one's got a curve to it, and this one almost looks like maybe like a weird butter knife. But I know that some of the seafood knives have kind of a weird shape to them. But you can see this one's in really good shape. I'm sure it's old. The printing's real nice on it. This one's a little more crusty, but you can still see the printing. Anyway, kind of cool. Kind of cool old knives there. If anybody knows what these are, let me know, because I'm a bit curious.